when you wake up. Who made that song? I do not know. I'm gonna figure it out though. Your favorite song. Singing your favorite song. Why they sing along. I'm singing your favorite song. What's that? What's that song, y'all? Who made that? I feel you look good without no makeup, no lashes, even when you wake up. What's up, Annette? Annette, who made that song? I'm at the singing some singing your favorite song while you in the crowd and you don't sing alone. I feel you look good without your makeup. Who made that song, man? I hate that song, dude. I hate that song. I be riding and that come on. I be like, man, what's going on, man? The thugs nowadays is different. Hold up, let me see. I'm gonna try and see if I can find it. Um, but nah, I think let me see. I'm finna try to find. Look it be like I don't. Yeah, I'm singing it right. It be like I say you look good without your makeup, no lashes, even when you wake up. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm talking about? Somebody know what I'm talking about, man. It sound like he got a accent. It sound like Quavo to me. But I'm like, man, I know they ain't turned Quavo out and got him sounding like Post Malone or something. E.B. Lamar in the building. E.B. Lamar up in this joint. What's going on with you, E? I know E probably don't even listen to the radio. You know what I'm saying? Not that I know of, so I know he probably don't know what I'm talking about. I say you look good without your makeup, no lashes, even when you wake up. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Somebody know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that song was stuck in my head, right? And I brought it up for a reason because it reminded me of one of these clips I'm looking at. Now, a lot of these like girls, they be talking about like, you know, they be wanting these dudes, and you'll hear some dudes specifically say they want like this street dude. They want this dude from the street. I'm gonna tell y'all the secret about it, and I think about it. I think about it with this clip I'm gonna show y'all today, and it's gonna make it all make sense to y'all, right? But I think about it too when I hear that song like that. It be like these quote unquote like street dudes as they call themselves and shit. First of all, who the fuck say that? That shit weird as a motherfucker. Like that shit weird as hell. Anyway, like man, I'm a street nigga. Like nigga, what street? You know what I'm saying? Like what you just be out in the streets and shit? What passing by help wanted signs and windows and you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like it don't make no sense. Like what you just dedicated to the streets and shit with no guarantees and no benefits. Like fuck you mean and shit. It's weird anyway, but you know, these self-proclaimed like, man, I'm a street nigga. Basically, that just means you ain't got no life skills. Let's talk about it. It just means you ain't got no life skills. But what's the appeal of that to a woman though, to a girl, to a female, you know what I'm saying, to a lady? Well, Dr. Max gonna break it down for you. See, what it is this. These niggas without no life skills, they more easier to treat like kids. You know what I'm saying? If you've never had a man in your life and you never had a dad in your life, a man of respect in your life, you don't even a man that command respect or got a sense of self is like kryptonite to your ass. You want a little boy, you want a grown little boy. He like little outfits and shit. You could buy him little outfits, get his little Madden or his little 2K. I say you look good without your makeup, and it be these thugs, these fake thugs, like you know what I'm saying, that be out here super sensitive and shit, and letting these hoes beat them up behind closed doors and talk to them like whatever the way they mama used to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? It be the mama to baby mama pipeline. And I was just thinking about this clip I'm gonna show y'all today where dude, you can see a little little thugged out dude and shit. You know what I'm saying? Little Ray Ray, and excuse me, this dude take a plane. He kept telling this girl, you know, he'll get emotional. Man, I don't need nobody, man. I don't need nobody in this world, man. Get out, man. Get out. And they'll put her out or tell her she gotta leave and shit or just whatever. And so she must have hit it. And she ain't just hit it, she went out of town. So what you think Lil Ray Ray did and shit? He sat around listening to this your favorite song while I'm singing, while you're not in the crowd and everybody sings along. I feel you look good without your makeup. He sat around listening to that shit. What you think he did? The boy that hopped on the plane, went down there to go catch the girl and shit, man. Went down there, she wasn't messing with him. You know what I'm saying? And the rest, I'm gonna let y'all see. But it's a twist to it though. I got a question. He did some dumb shit when he went down there. You know what I'm saying? And so I would have said he broke bad, but people like dumb shit now. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's in the guise of you playing a role and shit, you LARPing as a sensitive thug or something. Girls will look at that differently now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why he bust your windows out? It ain't like, damn, that nigga reckless. He ain't got his own car, so he busting the windows out your car and shit. It's like, no, he's a sensitive thug. You just don't know what he's been through. And like, girls like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that stupid, like, that shit that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? They love to make sense out of something that don't make sense sometimes and shit. So nobody's gonna take that away from them. And Ray Ray might have broke good when he went down there and bust her windows out. She might have been thinking, I feel you look good without your makeup. He say dumb shit is king. On my life, it is. Yeah. And so we gonna look at that. Man, we gonna look at, you know, this one girl on this other video. She was explaining that kind of what I'm telling y'all about right now. She kind of broke it down, and that's another clip we gonna look at. She said like women be running game with like these phases they say they going through. She said they go for like these certain type of guys or whatever when they figure they got a whole lot of options and it don't really matter. But then as they see them options running out, that's when you start to get them calls up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, how you been? It's been so... Cause man, them lips hanging like bat wings. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, hey, how you been? Like, nah, you wasn't messing with me back in when you thought you was hot stuff, and now you done been, you know what I'm saying? Like my guy CNC say, dig, decimated, and destroyed. Your guts been dig, decimated, and destroyed. And now you trying to double back to the guys you knew was good, but you figured like you wanted to pick, you know what I'm saying, whatever other options you had for excitement. So she say that's gang, fellas. She say don't fall for that shit. She said that they call it they soft girl era. That's what they do when they trying to go back and look for the dude that's gonna take them, you know what I'm saying, like as they are after they done been, you know what I'm saying, sprayed down and beat out the frame, door kicked in, sprayed down, you know what I'm saying? Like, then they want to come back. But she said, nah, fellas, don't stand for it. Don't go for it. We gonna look at it, though. She dropped some little game. And then, speaking of that, the Asian lady, I think her name like Amy Chen, he said some animal shelter hoes. They put you in that cage and spray you down at the animal shelter. You don't get a real bath. They just spray, man, them hoes be getting, man, invited over to spray downs and shit. It be like one girl, like 9 dudes getting sprayed down, like, and then turn around and be like, hey, big head. Like, nah, I think I'm a pass. You know what I'm saying? If this was back in high school, maybe, but nope. So she say winter is coming. And then, like, yeah, my last clip, like I said, the Asian chick, she busting some stuff down, talking about, you know, white people talk about, white people go through racism too. So she was like, basically, shit, the way you make somebody understand your life experience, if they not part of your group, is to educate them. So she like, tell me about this white racism that's going on. And the rest is funny. Like, it was just funny because she was like, when did this happen to white people? When did that happen to white people? When did this happen to white people? But this all happened to all these other people. And one specific group of people did all that shit to one other group of people. You know what I mean? So we gonna cook on all them topics, man. We got a good one for y'all today. And y'all know what I gotta do, man. I gotta get these analytics in order. So we gonna get that done. And then we gonna get this thing smoking. Y'all already know what it is. And literally, we gonna get this thing smoking. Y'all know what the hell going on. Mac World live at 5. Let's go.
I've been reminiscing on my younger days. Been macking so long and yeah, it's on display. Real nigga gon' run a play from day to day. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Had to learn the ball and just fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Niggas out here smoking on some Reginade. Type of weed a nigga wouldn't give away. I started my day out with some head today. In my new king size bed today, told both my hoes to stay. I told one to start the breakfast when I let her lay in the bed and roll the gas, I left her on the tray. Been macking for so long and yeah, it's on display. Looked at her and said it's something that I wanna say. I've been reminiscing on my younger days. Been macking so long and yeah, it's on display. Real nigga gon' run a play from day to day. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away.
I had to.
Had to learn the ball and just fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. When the money's talking, it ain't shit to say. I've been staying down, trying to persevere. Keeping all that monkey shit up out my ear. Niggas don't want nothing else but to be near. When the money's folding and the check is clear. I cannot believe the game these niggas play. I'm trying to be great and you just in my way. I've been reminiscing on my younger days. Been macking so long and yeah, it's on display. Real nigga gon' run a play from day to day. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away. Had to learn the ball and just fade away. Had to learn the ball with my fade away.
Mac World live at 5. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Mac. Checking in with another one. Yeah, let's get into it, y'all. I want to get right to it, right? So, let's talk about what this girl say in this first clip right here. She was cooking on certain things that girls do, you know, keeping it 100. And I want to see, you know, what y'all think about this or whatever. It's something we kind of talked about a little bit before, but she elaborating on it. And it never is not going to be interesting to me when I see a lady, you know, break quote unquote sister code or whatever, girl code, and keep it real about what they really be on. Let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna let y'all know what I did.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. That's Pookie right there. We ain't talking about dude. We talking about her right here. Hold on. We gonna tell Pookie next. We getting the Pookie. We getting the Ray next. Let's go.
Crap about this whole situation is done. It's done.
It's gonna be a tough video for some of you, but it's the truth because I know a lot of you guys have been here before. You have this woman that you want, but she's not giving you the time of day, saying things like she's not looking for a relationship right now, etc. And every single time you ask her out, she's deflecting or brushing you off, things of that nature. So you moved on, doing great in life, and she comes back one day acting like nothing ever happened. She won't tell you this, but what really happened is that she's run out of options and she's fallen back on the man that she friend zoned during the time when she wasn't ready to settle down. It happens all the time. A lot of women push aside good men, and when the desire to become a wife and a mother starts setting in because everybody around her is in thriving relationships and marriages, she tries to run back to the same good men that she friend zoned. The good old feminists today call it their soft woman era. So in other words, they're done messing around and now they're ready to settle down and be treated like a queen and spoiled. This type of woman is bad news because she sees you as an escape plan. She's storing away a bunch of men just like you for a rainy day because in her mind, she's already got you in the bag. And when she's done playing the field, she can always come back and settle down with you.
Translation, guys, only after they've been dug out and decimated, their guts have been destroyed and dismantled, do they finally sit back and say to themselves, you know what? I've been messing up. I need to make a change. But most of the time, for many, at that point, it's much too late. I mean, at this point, you would think with the invention of the internet, the sharing of mass information across the web, that many modern women will have figured out by now a new plan. But no, they keep on doing the same thing. Many of whom are digging themselves deeper and deeper into a ditch of no return with a three-headed shovel, consciously choosing to make bad mistake after bad mistake after bad mistake. The difference is
So I want to talk about that for a second, right? It's like the thing about it is they don't, it's two things that they oblivious of, that they lack awareness of. They lack awareness of how accountability is for you. It's not a bad thing. It's not against you. A lot of women, they don't want to be held accountable, but accountability helps you out. You know what I'm saying? It's not to hurt you. Whoever, all them Disney movies, like, you know, about princesses and nah, you ain't no princess and you ain't supposed to be, you a human, you entitled to make mistakes, all that. But what you got to do is you got to be accountable for those mistakes in order to be better. Now, the idealized version of life where you don't make no mistakes or all your trifles are forgiven and everybody is understanding of anything and everything that you put them through, that's one thing that, you know, they don't understand. The second thing they don't understand is that, you know, as time go by or whatever, they don't, it's gonna be like everybody is living their life. In your world, it all revolve around you. That dude you talking to that you putting on the back burner, in your mind, he's staying on the back burner. Why you don't know what he doing, why he out of sight, out of mind, and you having fun, in your mind, you want to think he just sitting there thinking about you, waiting on you. Niggas is out here living their lives. And the thing about it is, I'm seeing a trend amongst men that I like. I'm seeing a realization being realized that I realized a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, so you have to, like, you have to have goals in life in order to make it. And you got to have the capacity. Manhood is about being able to set a goal and accomplish a goal. A woman's version of manhood in her idealized princess world is you just wanting her approval. So if you working and you working towards something, but you work too many hours for her, she could say, babe, you don't spend enough time with me. And you'll quit your job. You know what I'm saying? Because your manhood ain't based on you working and being a provider. It's based on her approval. So then once you there and you in her face all day and y'all broke and she like, babe, we don't have any money. You need to go get a job. Then you'll get up and go get the job. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you have no plan except to get her approval, you know, and girls be liking dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? At least temporarily they do. Then when they realize like, damn, this shit seem like it's cool and it's boosting my ego and my fierce, it's boosting my fierce, but they see it ain't really getting their ass nowhere on a human level in life. Like, man, I got this old dude boy over here. I could toy with his emotions and I could get, we lay up and all that, and you know what I'm saying, then we fight and we eat and all that, but I ain't really getting nowhere. I want something else. A lot of times they don't realize it's not like, it ain't that the dude so much of a problem. That's the dude you chose because that's the level you're on. You couldn't choose. There were other dudes around that you knew was doing good, but you didn't want to talk to them. You didn't have no interest in them because the level you was on was the level of that guy right there. You know what I'm saying? And so after it all get all played out, that shit gets still. It get painful on you emotionally. It get painful on you financially. Then you go looking for the right qualities that you should have been looking for in a man in the first damn place. Ricky Williams in the building, the winning team representing. He say they don't play by the rules and we don't hold them to the game. Plain and simple. Yup. Man, look, shout out to that for real. And so, like I said, that kind of run me right into my next clip. So I'm gonna set this clip up for y'all, right? The dude, he flies out here and chasing this girl that he was into it with in a little dysfunctional situationship with, right? So he flies out there, he tell her to leave. He fly out there chasing her and all that, you know what I'm saying? But it don't work out for him. Now, let's listen to his story. Or did it not work out? Because he say he still, you know what I'm saying, laid down with her, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let's go. Let's see what he got to say. Check it out, y'all. And then I'm going to point something out to y'all. Hold on. Let me see. I got to go all the way back because this nigga got on a plane. Hold on. He went all out. He crying. Look at him crying and shit. Hold on. Y'all going to like this one.
I feel like with my homie, I lost my baby girl.
What do you be thinking? What do you think in your head when you go live and you got, like, with the tears on your face? Like, you got to make sure the tears still on your face and all that shit. Then you got to, like log on to the app and then like log in and all that with the tears on your face. Like, bro, that's what I'm talking. Girls like this shit, bro. They like these type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? They say they don't, but they like this type of shit. Let's go. Nigga got on the plane, probably the first plane ride he ever took in his life.
Alright, I'm gonna let y'all know what I did. First, I'm gonna start out saying this. Saber, like, love of my life type shit. Like, I love that girl so much. She is a very good mother, a very good woman. She is very good, like, all the way around. And, we got into arguments and stuff like that. Like, we got into arguments and it just...
He said, first of all, he said she is a very good mother and a very good woman. Oh, recap. Oh, net. All right, what's up? I'll let you know what's going on. So, dude right here, you see, he said, I just want to know what I did, or that's not my business. I just want to know what you did. or that's not my business. He talking about what he did to the girl is that he was messing with. I just noticed something he said. He said she was a very good woman and a very good mother. This is the even when you wake up phase right here, right? So he like she a very good mother and a very good woman, but you notice he ain't say that it was the mother of his child. He ain't saying this is the mother of his child. So she got kids, but just not by him. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind too. And he went out there. He kept telling her she had to get out. You know what I'm saying? He probably got him a little crib with his SSI check. And she was living with him. So he was telling her, like, you got to get out. You got to get out. Like, when they get into it, get out. I don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know, them little young boy type niggas be having a little emotional, I don't need nobody. So he had a little moment and shit, a little lash out. And he kept putting her out when he lash out. And she hit it on his ass. And so now he telling the story about how I guess he went after her and shit, you know.
I didn't handle the arguments maturely. Like, I always, like, shouted stuff out, like, leave, get out of here. If I'm that, why you here? And if I'm this, then why you still here? You should go. And all that type stuff. So after so long, she got fed up with it. And actually left type stuff. And, like, this like, a long time in like 2 minutes. Like, so think about that, too. Like, it's a long time. So, yeah, she did got tired type shit. And, you know, we in Arizona. She went back home. And, you feel me? And I came down now, you know, to see what her head was, you know, try to get her back type stuff. And she ain't want to come back. I mean, she showed me love, you feel me? We spent time together, you feel me? We made love and all that. She showed me love and all that type stuff. Like,
now y'all making love.
It was other stuff going on too, but she wasn't going back. Basically, long story short, she wasn't going back. And I got like, I overreacted. Like, I got very emotional and I overreacted and I busted the windows out her car. Yeah, that's some like female stuff, but I see why y'all do that. Like, y'all love, when you love something like that, y'all like, and y'all emotions just take over. And my emotions, I admit, my emotions took over. And I that's why I said I hurt her. I know I hurted her to the point like she ain't finna come back. I know they ain't finna make her come back. It's gonna make her run from me type stuff. But I busted the windows out her car. The kids, our kids was around when all this was going on. And I was screaming out, shouting, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I felt like a female after I think about it. Now that I think about it and stuff, but that's what I did, you know, that put like, that's what I did right there.
Even with your makeup, looking ass boy. So what you say? Oh yeah, so I guess they are his kids. So he did all that shit in front of his kids. You know what I'm saying? That make it even worse than if she hit it and she left. You know what I'm saying? And took the kids, bro. She just wanted to get away from your ass. You should have took your gold teeth money and got you a job, nigga. You spend money on a gold grill, a food's gold grill, with some Twilight fangs and shit. You could have got some shit for your kids. You could have did whatever. It's the middle of the day. You got your pajamas on. You depressed. Singing your favorite song and you ain't in the crowd while everybody sings along. Looking ass boy. He out here depressed. It ain't funny, but it is, because you bust the whole windows out, man, and like, you knew that wasn't gonna get her back. It's just y'all relationship was so toxic. You went down there and tried to serve her up some of the familiar trauma that kept her around, and she wasn't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? She just stood her ground on hoe assness. You know what I'm saying? But you know, let me see what I got to say. She say your mama's son, yeah. You was your mama's son. For real, that's exactly who you is. Yo, if your daddy was around, bruh, and you had your daddy around, you wouldn't have did none of that. First of all, if your daddy was around, you wouldn't have been quick to try to be putting her out with your kids. Like, if y'all got multiple kids together and you putting her out your house, bruh, come on now. And she like, if I'm this, I'm that. Why don't you get out? Why don't you get out? Like, bro, come on, man. You got to be better than that. It ain't like, oh, so I'm finna put her out soon as she call me a name or say I'm something or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit that could be talked about or discussed, or you know what I'm saying? Cause that's a respect thing, right? But if your solution is if you criticize me, then get out. Bro, you wasn't trying to be shit. You wasn't trying to be shit or do shit around that motherfucker. Then you said, you know what? I'm finna go down here and see what she got going on. Then I'm gonna bust her windows out. And that shit ain't work. But, like I said, did he break bad or did he break good, right? The reason I say that is because, like I told y'all hear them songs on the radio. Singing your favorite song. Like, these girls like that shit. They like these niggas. It's like, they don't like no nigga that got a cool head on his shoulders. They can't get under his skin. What he say what he mean. He want his respect off top, and they ain't gotta ask for it. They ain't gotta negotiate like, oh, well, if you criticizing me, then you gotta go. Like, nah, niggas is already doing shit where a girl can't even get out of line around them and accuse them of not having this shit together. Like, what you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? There wouldn't even be no room to breathe in that manner. But, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. He got to get it's one of them things. It's a different appeal, I guess, is what it is. It's like a childish appeal. So like, man, he broke my windows out. Like the girl who windows he broke out, I swear to God, well, it's his baby mama too, but I bet you she get back with him. I bet you she get back with him. You know what I'm saying? Soon as she get into it with the whoever she with down there, whatever is going on, what you think she finna do? She running right back to singing your favorite song. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like that trauma bond and shit. That shit whack. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? Say, sounds like he got her from her family. Yup. He was providing, but using it the wrong way. That's it, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like, he quick to put her out because obviously he in the position to even put her out. You know what I'm saying? But then, and especially like girls that when they move, girls that ain't really got nowhere to go and shit, when they move, they don't just move somewhere else in town. They go move to a whole nother town. Cause you know where they ass going when they go down there. They going to the damn shelter. You know what I'm saying? Girls be like, yeah, I'm moving out of town, but they don't be telling you where they move. And it's cause they going to the damn shelter. And he say it's a difference between disagreement and disrespect. Yep. She disagreeing with the way this dude moving. And if y'all got kids together and she not, you saying shit like, if I'm this or that, get out. Like, bro, she wants you to do some shit for your kids. I'm pretty sure knowing that you hold the position of having control over the roof over her head, she not really gonna jeopardize that shit or say nothing to you unless she really need to. You know what I'm saying? And so she had to tell your ass some shit. You wasn't trying to hear it. And he just like, get out. Then he fly down there talking about, we made love. She's a good mother. She's a good person. We made love. And then he like, man, I reacted like a female. Obviously you didn't, because she a female and she ain't do all that. She just hit it on your ass and went and got something better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you reacted more like a bitch, you know? Let me see what Annette got to say. She said, he sound like a whole lame and all that crying, stopping, no one cares. Get your shit together, motherfucker. Yep, basically that's what you gotta do. We gotta get it together, man. All that trying to play on emotions and all that shit, and he kept saying, he was like, I don't know if y'all heard him, but he was like, now I get it. He was like, I get what y'all girls go through, or how y'all feel when y'all bust the windows out. It's like when you care about somebody. When you care about somebody, you treat their ass right. in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You don't keep testing their boundaries, trying to push and push their buttons and see how much they put up with. Some people idea seeing how much you love they ass, and these them psychos, them narcissists, whatever they call them. Some people idea seeing how much you love them is seeing how much your ass gonna put up with. What up, Mac Buddy Gaming in the building? Yeah, I do Mac World Live at 5 now, dog. I had switched it up because I be driving in the morning for Vail now. So you know what I'm saying? I made a bad bet on Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? Fighting David Benavidez. I lost $150. No, I lost $250. You know, I'm African, bro. I'm cheap as hell. So I said, you know what? I need a job. I went and got right back to work. Yeah, Mac, we're alive if I got a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? It got a little bounce to it. Point out the bounce. So yeah, we doing that though. Shout out to Mac Buddy Gaming, y'all. Check out his channel. We got some good content over there. He's setting up a whole, like the whole discussion panel type room with the green screen and all that shit. I can't wait to check that shit out and be on some of them podcasts with you, bro. That shit gonna be lit. They was lit before too. We had some good discussions going on them joints too, Saturday nights. Hopefully bring that back. But yeah, y'all. So it's just crazy. It's some bullshit. And so my question, like, and I'ma ask y'all, do y'all think she gonna get back with him? Do y'all think his baby mama or whatever gonna get back with him? Cause for some reason, man, that type of shit go over more than being solid, more than being honest. Seem like you be in a relationship with somebody or a situation with somebody nowadays, and the more you try to keep it real with them, the more they treat it like it's a scam or a ripoff, and they want to see the worst of you, and they want to see you do some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do y'all be hearing them girls like Ari and all that talking about like, I want a nigga that's gonna pull a gun on me or put a gun in my head or like some shit like that? Like, man, hell no. You know what I mean? So he go down there, he busts her windows out. She might be sitting up like, he busted my windows. I don't have anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? She might like that shit. Like, but ain't no telling, man. She say she hope, Annette say she hope that she don't. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see though, man. You don't really know. You don't know what folks be thinking out here. I'll just say this, man. Like, I had this girl. I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory, because we moving at a good pace right now, right? I was talking to this girl or whatever. And, you know, she was bad. She had a bad little body on her and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? She did hair, all that. And she did makeup and all that. And so she was always all put together, always accessorized and all that. But I kind of felt like it was almost a red flag because I ain't never seen her, like, not dressed down and shit. And it was a question on my Facebook talking about what's something that turned you off about somebody once you got to know them that you had a crush on. And I was talking about her, and I said, man, she was a cute little alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was cute and all that shit, but faithfully went out Tuesday night. What's that shit? The Wings at Zarco's. Faithfully go out to that motherfucker. They got the cheap drinks. You know, a lot of places got like females drink free till 11. They them hoes that be there at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like them type of hoes. But so yeah, as I got to know her, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna say I got down with drinking like that. Like, I ain't finna be going out for cocktails and shit at like 7 o'clock to save some motherfucking money. This Mac world, you know what I'm saying? But I would entertain it though, and I would go with her, or I would meet her up at the place. She'll be like, you gotta meet me here, babe. You gotta meet me here. You gotta meet me up at the place, babe. I'll be like, yeah, I'll meet you up there. What time you gonna be up there? She'll be like, well, you know, me and my bitches, we got up there early, so, you know, we gotta go get some wings, all that shit, right? Because they had some good ass wings up there. The wings was good. So I'm like, all right, cool. I fall through that motherfucker. I get up there, it's all crowded and shit. So many people in there. Be like, man, I don't even really want to. I don't feel like even finding parking in this bitch, man. You know how I be like, you be looking for reasons not to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, ain't no parking. I'm going home right away. People pulling away out. I'm like, damn. And then she come outside and see me. So I'm like, ah, shit. So I go up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We have a little good time. They got a patio out there, and they got some type of strong ass drink. Never. Listen, the drink so strong. The drink so strong. I got the drink the first time. I finished my drink. The second drink they got me, when I tasted that shit, I said, man, I got more respect for myself than to even drink this drink. This is an accessory, right? I'm not drinking this shit. Like, who drink? Like, this shit tastes like jet fuel. You know what I'm saying? It was disrespectful. It looked like tropical, but it was disrespectful, man. I'm not finna drink that shit. I was already fucked up anyway. But she throwing them motherfuckers back. Little bitty ass girl, y'all. Little bitty girl. She was little, man. You know what I'm saying? Mickey, like, what the fuck? Yeah, she was little, bro. She was about little as you. You know what I mean? So she throwing them motherfuckers back, man. So we end up leaving or whatever, right? As you know, the shit get to close and we end up leaving or whatever. First of all, she was talking about she was looking out for somebody, her baby, one of her baby daddies or something, because he a police officer and she think he's stalking her or some shit like that. I kind of just put that shit out my head like, man, whatever. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. But I went to the crib right away. I had that set the vibe right there already wrong, because I'm like, what you even talking about? You know what I'm saying? So we get to the house or whatever, and I catch this girl. Like I go in my office kind of area, like kind of where I'm at now, you know what I'm saying? And I come in here, I forgot exactly what the fuck I was doing in here, right? But she went to the bathroom. She come out the bathroom and she go in my refrigerator, and I got a whole jug of water in my refrigerator, like refrigerator water and shit. Like, you know, if you thirsty, get your ass some water. You could get a cup, get some water, whatever. Ask me for a cup, whatever. You see that shit there. Man, she go to my sink and she get to drinking out her hands and shit. Like, you know how when niggas be in the trap house and shit, or like when niggas drinking out the water hose and shit, she get to like scooping water. Like, I'm talking about real unladylike for this bitch all dressed up and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, so I look in there, I'm like, what is you doing? I'm like, what you doing? And maybe it was the look of disgust on my face or something like that. But she was like, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, I'm a bitch thirsty, you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying it. And I'm saying, you don't treat your guests right. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm like, what is you talking about? She like, I'm just saying, no, you ain't gotta look at me like that. I'm like, what you talking about? I could've, like, you ain't even bother asking me for no cup. But you know how some people just want to be, like, she was drunk. Obviously, she was drunk. She was throwing that jet fuel, that rocket fuel back and shit. So I'm like, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, all right, like, but you know how it be sometimes, let's say somebody want to argue with you. And if they say something to you and they feel like got him, like they feel like they saying something to you and you ain't trying to refute that point. But really, I'm not trying to refute it, because it's like, how you wasn't even here long enough to do nothing but sit on the toilet and fart. So how you talking about I ain't treat my guests right? You ain't even officially a guest yet. And you done been over here piped out so many times. How is you still a guest? You know how to ask for a damn cup. But I'm like, man, whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? So she said, when she's like, yeah, I don't treat your guests right. And I'm like, man, whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? I said it just like that. Because I'm like, this hoe drunk. I ain't trying to hear this. My baby daddy's a police officer, stalker, RoboCop, and that I don't treat my guests right. I ain't trying to hear none of this shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? So she goes on to keep on drilling and grilling that shit. I'm saying, you act like you don't know how to treat nobody. You think this and think like this. She get to like trying to talk about my character and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess I don't know. I guess I think I'm better than her. I think I'm whatever I am, whatever, right? So I'm like, man, you know what? Don't even bother putting that purse down. You know what I'm saying? We finna go. You know what I'm saying? And she like, where we going? I'm like, you going home. You know what I mean? Like, it's time to go. And she like, so you just gonna put me out? I'm like, man, I'm thinking like, really, your ass wasn't even really in yet. You know what I'm saying? Before you, like I said, don't even put your purse down. So, and she was just drunk. I'm not finna deal with this shit in my house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, we out of here, dude. So she mad. She like, I'm saying, okay, you just gotta do a bitch like that. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But whatever you saying, we not, however you feeling, whatever you saying, boom, bam, whatever, RoboCop and the Pips, whatever, ho. We getting out this motherfucker. We're getting out of my house where my equipment and shit and all my shit is at, and where my daughter lay her head. We getting out of here with this drunk ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So we end up hitting it or whatever. And then in the car on the way home, she get to talking about, I don't see why you acting like this or like that. I said, man, look, this the thing. Like, I can't tell you to respect me. I can't make you respect me, but it's up to me whether I'm gonna tolerate that shit or not. And I'm choosing no. You know what I'm saying? So then she like, wait, so that's what it is. Like, then she tried to latch onto that like a little leech. You know what I'm saying? Wait, so that's what it is. You think I disrespected you? I don't never mean to be disrespectful. I'm like, I'm not pulling over. I'm not turning this car around. Like, so I'm like, so I'm taking you to the house or whatever. I'm telling her I'm taking her to the house or whatever. And she like, nah, pull over. And I'm like, no, I'm taking you home. She like, I'm not going home. Let me out the car. And I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not. Now, mind you, it's 2:00 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. She's like, let me out the car. I'm like, man, okay. This hoe finna get violent and shit. I'm knowing like that's gonna be the next step, right? So she like, let me out. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not finna let you out down here. You know somebody down here all the way on the east side? You know what I'm saying? You want me to let you out down here? It ain't safe like that over here. And she like, on the G, let me out the car. Oh, this my hood. So I'm like, oh, okay, this hoe choosing gang violence over safety. All right, cool. I let her little ass out the car, little drunk fine ass out the car in the middle of nowhere, right? And or in the middle of the east side. I wasn't even in the middle of nowhere. Actually, her house was straight down the street, but it was just 16 blocks. You know what I'm saying? My very first live I did was called 16 Blocks, and it was this very same story, right? And so I send her ass walking and shit, right? And I go back to the house, man, because it was time to watch some Mandalorian, you know what I mean? And kick my damn feet up and enjoy safety, security, and the warmth of a home and a roof over my head. You know what I'm saying? But she gonna call me up while I'm chilling, talking about, oh, you gonna put me out your car? I got kids. You gonna put me out? I'm a woman. I'm like, here you go, victim. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play the victim, all that shit. So I ended up eventually like just cussing her ass out, telling her like, stop calling me and shit. I'm done talking to you. But then I felt bad. So in the morning, just being the way I was raised and shit, and I'm not saying I feel bad about feeling bad, but I felt bad even though it wasn't my fucking fault. So I called her up and I'm like, did you make it home straight or whatever? And she gonna say, nah, I got beat and raped last night. Like, she ain't say end because she can't spell, you know what I'm saying? These hoes be illiterate. She's like, I got beat and raped last night. Thanks a lot. Like, I'm like, yeah, I believe you. You know what I mean? But then she turned around and tried to call me back, y'all, like nothing happened. I swear to God, all that shit she did, she turned around and tried to call me back like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, man, the girl is fine, dude. You know what I'm saying? But I was just, it's some people out here that's not right. And they used like, she didn't like, let me explain it different to y'all. She didn't understand, like in her mind, that was normal. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So all that shit that went on, she was thinking like, yeah, I could call him back and like, you know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, hello, like, yeah, what you doing? I'm like, what I'm doing? I'm like, who is this? And she like, I almost said her damn name. Damn. this is Anita. You know what I'm saying? She like, this Anita. And I'm like, Anita, click, hang up on her ass. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't the Nita I kick it with when I be like, I'm with Nita. That's Nit Nit. You know what I'm saying? That's the real Nita. This the fake name Anita. You know what I'm saying? This code name Anita. But she like, this Anita, I hang up on her ass or whatever, right? And then I block her. She called me from another number, like maybe 2-3 other numbers, and even called me like restricted and was like, I'm like, hello. She like, I can't believe you blocked me. You blocked. I'm like, this hoe crazy, dude. So I blocked that number, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy. I say all that to tell y'all and how that relate to this story and what we was talking about. To some people, that no matter how bad they cut up, no matter how bad they do, no matter what they do to you, no matter how big of a scene they cause, none of that shit, they just think it's normal. You supposed to understand it. He like, yeah, I bust her windows out or whatever. Like, yeah, I told her I hate her and all that and I want her to die. You know, my kids was there, you know, but you know, I know how y'all feel. I know how the females feel. No, bro, that shit ain't okay. It's not okay. You don't never want to be in that situation. Hey, and she said too close to Annette. He said a Muppet character, and she a Muppet and a gremlin, bro. You know what I'm saying? She a Muppet and a gremlin. Yeah, good looking out, Mac buddy. You know I'm coming through, man. We got it's a lot of shit that we got to talk to the people about. You already know that. Plenty discussions with plenty angles for intelligent minds to dissect. But no, like, so she did that cockamamie ass shit, you know what I'm saying? And turned around and just tried to, hey, what's going on? Like, it's just all good. Like, we just moving and like we just finna pick back up doing the Casper slide to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Like, we just all good all again and shit. No, the party is over. You know what I'm saying? So like I get that shit. He said, man, she ain't coming back, man. She ain't coming back. And like, I know she probably thinking like, as bad as she is, you know what I'm saying? Cause that was a little body on that little bitty girl. As bad as she is, I know she know like, Mac ain't fucking with me. That's what she thinking, like, he ain't fucking with me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she tried to call me from a bunch of different numbers and shit. Like, when you reject a girl that ain't used to getting rejected, oh man, they do not take that shit lightly, bro. She tried to call me from a couple different numbers. But I already know, like, I know this for a fact. A girl like that, if I was to ever take her back from there, her sole purpose would be to try to even the emotional playing field. Like, she would be trying to get back at me somehow, some way, for me making her feel like she had to come, you know what I'm saying, crawling back to me or just however. You know, motherfuckers like that with pride and alcohol, pride, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I was completely turned off, bro. Like, and I liked her too, you know what I mean? But these folks is crazy out here. Let me see. He said I had one of them on a whole nother level, man. We gon' look when I set up my not StreamYard, because StreamYard don't show me no love. When I set up my Restream, I'll be able to drop a link in the chat, and whoever click on the link will come up on my screen with me in a separate window, and then we can talk. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna have some of these live discussions, and maybe you could tell us about that shit. But I want y'all to see this last clip though before we get up out of here. This Chinese auntie right here, you know what I'm saying? Nah, she more like a cousin. She ain't old enough to be an auntie yet, you know what I'm saying? But she be cooking though. And she really be doing she got a lot of education about black folks and all that. So she really be putting stuff out there. You know, they try to do the model minority thing with Asians, and she be like, nah, man, like, give black people they props where they props is due. So, you know, I gotta show her some love. Let's go, y'all. And the channel, by the way, is Cindy's Villa. So shout out to Cindy's Villa.
And dropping your opinions. I have learned a lot from you guys. Thank you.
Guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about this video right here and some of Ami Chen's videos. Now, some of you sent me messages that because you're not on TikTok, you want to know or see more videos from Army Chen, and here are some. Now, this particular video, this white man left this comment in her comment section, and it says, white people don't experience racism. You're delusional. Of course, she responded, and I have just one stitch to show you. Please check it out.
I find that a good way to help people who have a different lived experience than you may not be familiar with is to help them understand. And I was hoping that you could help me understand what anti-white racism looks like. Can you tell me about how you don't know where your ancestors came from because they were kidnapped and enslaved? Or how you don't know what languages they spoke, what spiritual practices they had, or what traditional knowledge that should have been your birthright was lost? Not because they were allowed to and wanted to assimilate, but because their enslavers or residential schools forced them to assimilate. Can you tell me about how your ancestors had explosives tied to them while they were building the United States railroads, and then as a show of appreciation, they were excluded from society for nearly 60 years? And could you tell me about the hundreds of towns that were destroyed, like the Black towns and Chinatowns and Japan towns, all destroyed by the same demographic? Can you tell me about the children who were unalived because they whistled at a woman or because they floated in a lake a little too far past the segregation line? And can you tell me how it was for your parents and your grandparents to be United States citizens who were put in internment camps on United States soil? Can you tell me how it was for your family to live in the back of their store because people who look like you were not allowed to purchase or rent homes? And could you tell me how it was for your parents and for you to shed blood, to be treated as human, as equal, and to be allowed to simply share the same space as other people? Can you tell me about the conversations that you have to have with your children about police interactions? And could you tell me about how your mother and your sisters and your daughters are concerned about having children because of lack of equitable access to healthcare, because doctors were told that people who look like you can't feel pain? Can you tell me how it feels to know that your ancestors lived here for thousands of years, but when you try to come here, you and your children are put in cages? And can you tell me how it felt when a few years ago, the president entertained having people who look like you expelled from the country again? Can you tell me what anti-white racism looks like beyond having your feelings hurt, feeling uncomfortable, and having your sense of superiority challenged? And when you're done telling me what anti-white racism feels like for you, could you please tell me why you're not fighting to end racism for everybody?
She be going crazy, I swear. She be saying some real shit. I love this lady right here for real, cause she be busting that shit down. And you know, when we say it, they always say, oh, we complaining and all that. But to hear from somebody else telling it how it is, dropping that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, cause yeah, let's have that discussion and shit. A lot of what they do is white people in, and white people in is boiled down to one thing. They put their emotions before their actions. That's white people, and I'ma say it again. White people in is one thing. They put their emotions before their actions. They'll try and white people the things they do. They try and white people white culture. They try and white people black culture. They try to always put their emotions before their actions. You know what I'm saying? When they do something fucked up to somebody, and it's like, yeah, they did this thing that's fucked up, what's always asked is, but how did they feel? Did they really feel like they were doing something wrong? You know what I'm saying? But everybody else, ignorance ain't the excuse. Ignorance ain't a defense. You know what I'm saying? But for them, they try to make that paradigm a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, y'all. If y'all ain't hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, man, y'all already know what it is. But yeah, man, I had to let y'all see that though. You know what I'm saying? Cause she got down on that, and I always say that. I say, like, they say, oh man, white people were slaves too or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, that don't, so what do that mean? That mean that slavery wasn't that bad? And okay, let's talk. I say this what fucked them up. They say, oh, white people were slaves. I say, okay, cool. I want to talk, let's talk about it then. You tell me about white slavery and I'll tell you about black slavery. Let's have a discussion about it then. They don't say it to have no discussion about it. They say that to try to not have a discussion about it. Oh, white people experience racism too. Okay, let's talk about some white racism then. But they're not telling you white people have experienced racism, so we could talk about ending racism. They saying it so you can shut the fuck up talking about racism. You know what I mean? Gotta be smart, man. Let me see what my brother gotta say. He say, sound like feminism to me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing and shit, you know? Them same type of ideologies and shit like that, you know? But nah, you know, we always get down, cook on that shit, cook it down and reduce it, you know, down to the facts and all that, man. Shout out to everybody that checked me out today, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed to the channel. I'm trying to get up to 500 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? We at like 459, I want to say. So I'm trying to get up to the 500 subs, share the videos, man. I appreciate everybody checking me out today. Annette, my moderators, Ricky Williams in the building, EB in the building, you know what I'm saying? And Mac Buddy Gaming, like I said, y'all check his channel out. Yeah, I'm gonna go on and leave it at that and just, yeah, like, you know, like I was telling y'all them stories and stuff, man. Y'all gotta watch out for people that try and try to reel you in with them traumas and shit like that. That shit is nuts. Don't fall for it. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how fine the girl is. It don't matter if the dude got money. He, in that situation, he had the roof over her head and she still said, fuck it, I'm hitting it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody play them games with you, man. You know, everybody deserve respect. That's my final word. And if somebody try to disrespect you, this all you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm out of here, man. Till tomorrow. Mac World Live at 5. I'm gone, y'all. Later.